right, Coach Beard, congratulations on becoming into the class of 2026. When you got that call, what was going through your mind when you got elected into the Hall of Fame?
Well, you know what? That's a great question. Honestly, I really didn't know how I was going to take it. It was kind of one of those situations, like you get in the NFL, when they come to your house and they knock on your door and you're not sure why or who. So when I got the word, actually it was President Larry Hernandez and Coach Chris Forbes, two legendary individuals, part of the Hall of Fame. And they came into the house and they sat down with me and they literally kind of were straight-faced with me. I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know what they were going to tell me, whether it was good or bad. But they ended up telling me, congratulations, you are now part of the 2026 class of Hall of Fame inductees.
Now, not to get into too much of your speech, but what is it about baseball that attracted you from an early age?
I got to be honest with you, and it's a kind of an interesting story to tell, because I was 8 years old, and I had the opportunity to go out to San Francisco and visit with my dad. He was at a training, believe it or not, for work, and he took me to a ball game. He took me out there to go see the Giants play, and it was against the Reds. And so he got me a ball and he got me a cap. I went down there to where the players were, and I was trying to get signatures on a ball, like any little 8-year-old kid wants to do, and try to meet some of these great athletes and players. I couldn't get anybody from the San Francisco Giants to sign my ball. And I noticed there was this one guy who was standing there, number 8 for the Reds, and I'm just kind of standing there with a little teary-eyed, and he comes over, he goes, "Son, are you all right?" I said, "Nobody from these Giants want to sign my ball." And he says, "Well, let me have that ball. I'll go have it signed by some of our guys. How's that? Just meet me on the other side." So I said, okay. So I went on the other side, and I'm sitting there and waiting for 15 minutes. I tell the security guy, "Hey, man, this guy number 8 stole my ball." And he goes, "What?" I go, "He stole my ball." He goes, "Well, let me go check and see where that thing is." "Okay, son." So he goes down there and he checks it out. He says, "He's coming right back." He said, "Hang on, give him about 5 more minutes." So he comes back up, he gives me a ball. He says, "Here you go. I got a ball signed by just about everybody in the clubhouse for you, okay? Some of the guys that are starting today." And I was just looking at him, "Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. I appreciate it." He goes, "The only thing you got to do is you got to go tell your dad to go change that cap out. Now you're going to be a Reds fan today." So I said, "Yes, sir." I went up there like a crazy kid, running up there, "Dad, I got to go change this hat. We're not Giants fans anymore. We're Reds fans." So I went up there, got a Reds cap, everything. I had no idea that ball was signed by some of the Hall of Famers that are in the MLB. Johnny Bench signed that ball, George Foster, Davey Concepcion. There are so many other guys that signed that ball. And the thing about it, you're so young, you have no clue as to who signed that. So just like the Sandlot, this crazy kid started playing with the ball outside in the backyard. And I never found that ball again. I hit it over a fence. I never found it again. That was my introduction to baseball, because of one guy took the time to show me that he cared enough for a kid. And that's how I got into baseball.
And on that, for the game of baseball, being a coach, what has that meant to you all these years?
The one thing that I've always said as a coach is I'm here to serve. I'm here to serve a group of kids, our families, our communities. I've been fortunate enough to be at 3 great communities in Burgess, El Dorado, and now at Del Valle. So it's exciting, still being able to have the passion to do what you do, compete as hard as you can, meet great people along the way, along with some of the inductees here that are coaches, like Willie Romo, Armando Romero. It's just a great opportunity. I coached against Beto Romo when he was at Riverside, so I know these guys are just awesome individuals. So the main thing for me is just I've been able to serve, and proudly.
What's one last message you want to give to the Baseball Hall of Fame?
I'm just excited to be here. I'm excited to share this moment with the families that are of the people that are being inducted. It's a humbling situation. As you grow up as a kid, you want to leave a lasting impression, and I hope that as I continue to coach in this game and be a part of this game. I now understand more than ever how important it is to be a part of the El Paso Baseball Hall of Fame. You got to honor that, and you got to do it with integrity, and that's the most important thing for me as I move forward. Is everything I do now will represent the El Paso Baseball Hall of Fame, and I'm going to do it with integrity.
Thank you for watching this broadcast on El Paso Sports Network. Visit us at epsportsnetwork1.com for your source of sports and entertainment.